Hello everyone, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
And now we're going to look at the Daemon Legions. Daemon. Is that
Matt Damon.
Matt
Damon. Matt Damon's Legions.
Daemon.
It's this fan club. We're going to do a review of Matt Damon's fan club.
Legions
the
of
Legion
Matt.
of Matt. Yes.
Demon Legions 134.
Yes. Army book review. So there's, I'm trying to figure what this emblem is. What are those, like eyeballs and dead fish? What are those little squiggly
I don't think
things?
it's supposed to be fish.
I don't know what that's. What is that?
Don't know.
I don't know either.
We'll go with dead fish though.
The big star
It's
and
like a squid thingy there.
like a crab. Got the crabs.
Yeah, these little floaty things out here. I don't know what this thing is.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm sure that'll change.
Yeah, I'm sure when I have colors, it'll make more sense. Okay, so this is version 1.3.4? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. And let's jump in. We have the Army Special Rules.
Yes, we're going to be scrolling a little bit more than usual because we got a request to make the screen a little bit bigger, so we're going to try that on this video.
See how that looks.
Yes.
Now that we're almost done.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, two will be out before we know it.
there we go. We get started all over again. Doesn't that sound fun?
It gives me something to do in my old age.
All right. Army Special Rules. We have the Demon of the Dark Gods. Demons differ depending on which dark god they belong to. Characters, this is just the old rule. Characters can't join demon units that have different marks.
Right.
Different dark gods. The USB and the general don't work.
Or if they're true chaos.
Or unless they're true chaos.
True chaos is the generic.
And there
mark.
you have it. The true chaos mark has no additional effect. Where the Demon of Change, which I see used a lot, Daemon may gain one of the following abilities: Divine or Hellfire, which affect close combat and shooting, must be chosen at the start of each round of combat before shooting. Just because it gives you a little bit of difference,
Right.
flexibility.
Yes.
Um,
Then we have the Matt Damon of Lust. Gains armor piercing +1. That's a nice little.
yes, not
It's
AP1.
not AP1. It's +1. You can get some,
Correct.
as you'll see in a lot of units, you can get to AP2 pretty easily.
Yep. Demon of Pestilence. The demon gains poison attacks and regen.
I think we need to say the Matt Damon
Matt Damon, I'm refusing.
whenever we read these titles.
Gains poison attacks and regen
Just sounds
5
better.
up.
The Matt Damon of Pestilence. It's just perfect.
And this other thing, the -1 to be wounded by toxic attacks. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Toxic attacks aren't that prevalent, so it doesn't do a lot for you, but
Well,
it's there.
this army and Skaven. I'm sorry, the vermin. Are they vermin swarm?
Vermin Swarm.
Yeah. Then we have the Matt Damon of Wrath. the Damon gains +1 strength during the first round of combat.
Can't you just say Matt gains +1 strength?
Yes, I
during
think we
first
could
round
say
combat?
that. Yes.
You could.
they
And as you notice, they all have different little skulls, so
Yes.
here to kind of
don't look much like Matt Damon.
this one does.
Yeah.
What
What was that movie where he was the angel?
there you go. Dogma.
Dogma. There you go. See, it fits.
I guess it fits.
Yeah.
Aspects. Demons receive additional bonuses called aspects. Upgraded one aspect. 2 more aspects of the same kind of no additional. We have to figure out.
Yeah.
All right. So the aspects we have change, which is far seeing. The bearer's unit gains an additional 6-inch range with all shooting attacks that roll to hit using ballistic skill.
Yep.
Not a lot of those.
No. Well, but the change guys are the ones that have it. So.
Correct.
Then we have the Clawed Caress, which is Lust. The bearer gains armor piercing +1. Bearer's unit. I'm sorry.
Correct. And Contamination, the unit gains poisoned attacks. The unit gains poison attacks. Attacks that were already poisoned will wound automatically on natural roll to hit of 1 less. In other words, 5 up or 4 up, based on if you already have poison.
Why didn't they just do poison +1?
They need to switch poison to be the same as armor piercing.
Yeah. Why is
Correct.
it? Yeah, written 2 different ways.
Yeah. I mean, they just haven't.
Yeah.
They just
Well, I mean, this whole armor is going to
standardize.
completely be redone anyway.
Correct.
But
But
with this-
standardization would be nice.
yeah. Okay, then we have Wrath, which is Onslaught. The bear's unit gains Devastating Charge, which is additional attack. Amounts are not affected.
Okay. That's good, because you don't need those crushers.
The crushers get an extra attack, yeah.
Demon characters may be upgraded with Supreme Aspect.
Yes.
Specified in their power. Change gets the Power Vortex. The bear's unit must reroll all magic dice that result of 1 and 2 when casting knockdown spells from Thaumaturgy. Oh, this Thaumaturgy is the one that...
Yes.
Okay, you're already rerolling 1s. This just makes it 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's one of the ones that hurts when you miscast, isn't it?
Well, these guys don't care quite as much.
Okay. I would care.
I mean, they all have a 5 upward save.
Right, that's true.
Otherworldly, and some of the... And it's to change guys, which aren't that expensive, so it's not quite as bad. And then it probably means you're rolling 2 dice for everything.
Yeah, with rerolling 1s and 2s, you can afford to, can't you?
And in any low spell, you're rolling 1 die because you're getting it off probably.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
point.
Then we have Lust. Dance of Death. Doesn't sound very lustful. The
No.
bear's unit gains lightning reflexes.
Pestilence gets the Bloated Putrefaction.
Exactly.
The bear's unit gains Regen
I had
4
that
up.
when I used to go to India regularly.
Did you?
Yeah.
You survived it
Yeah.
several times.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true. Don't drink the water. Then Wrath has Eternal Fury. That's a nice name. The bearer and all model parts in the same unit, except for the mounts, again, gain hatred.
Okay.
So you could have Devastating Charge for the other aspect, and then this Supreme aspect, you get hatred. So
Yeah,
not too shabby.
pretty good. All right, so we come to the Armory. Demons of Change can get Firebolts. It's a shooting weapon with a range of 24, only strength 3, but it's quick to fire. Okay.
Well, I guess if you have the aspect that it applies to this.
AP1.
Yeah, was it just
So
close
it's going
combat,
around?
or was it? Yeah.
I think it was all the way across, wasn't it? No, +6 at the shooting range. So
Oh, sorry.
It's
I'm sorry, it was
the
change.
change is
Yeah,
shooting.
yeah,
so it
it's
gives
not
you,
lust.
so it actually makes this 30 inches.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's a shooter. It's one. Okay. All right. It's a bow.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
With quick to fire.
Okay.
So you don't pay for your stuff.
Moving.
Yeah. And you can shoot all the time. Then we have the Matt Daemons of Lust. We've got Barbed Claws, close combat weapon, hand weapon. Attacks made with Barbed Claws gain +1 to wound modifier in close combat.
That's really nice.
I love +1 to wounds.
I like that a lot.
Now, and since you get, the AP, that's because it says Lust. That's the downside of +1 to wound quite often is
You're hitting
you
with low strength.
and you can't get through armor, but at
Right.
least you can get AP, can help you with that a little bit.
Hmm.
And then the other one is Elusive. Units entirely composed of models with this special rule may declare a flee, charge, or action despite being immune to psychology. I didn't actually notice that one before. That's kind of interesting.
Okay. And the next one is when Matt gets mad. We have
Yes.
the Demons of Wrath. They get the Hell Axe, which is a close combat weapon. It's a hand weapon. Attacks made with the Hell Axe always have a strength of 5, regardless of modifiers. Okay. And the Blood Sword. Close combat weapon. It's a hand weapon. Attacks made with a blood sword gain lethal strike.
Another another anti-cavalry weapon.
There's a lot of those going around, isn't there?
Yes. Brings us to the demonic items. Now, demonic legions cannot take the regular magic items out of the core rulebook,
Except for standards, correct.
except for standards. So they basically have their own list, which is, I think, a little bigger than an average list.
Not by a lot, but it is bigger.
Yeah, because they have the different categories.
Right.
So, which is what we both hope they do with the new version 2, is they kind of give every army book its own thing and get away from the generic thing. So, it starts with demonic weapons, which are basically the weapon equivalent of magic items. And the first one is the Eternal Sword.
Nice name.
It's eternally a sword. What else would it be? 70 points. Hand weapon, the wielder gains +1 to its attacks and weapon skill.
And strength.
Attacks made with this weapon gain +1 strength.
So basically, it's either +1 attack, weapon skill,
+1
and
to its
strength.
attacks, weapon skill, and strength. Yeah.
The difference being that the first two are stat line modifiers. The second one's only when you're using the weapon, if it matters.
Yeah.
I don't know that it matters much, but that's the difference, I think.
Yeah. I don't think it is.
Anyway,
That's just a writing thing. So
that's
+1
nice for
attacks
70 points.
and strength and weapon skill.
It's kind of nice.
Attacks and strength, 70 points.
Remember, you're talking about 35 old points.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, you can get the Kingslayer for around the same thing,
yeah,
but sometimes it gives you nothing, and a lot of times it gives you
yeah,
more.
yeah. I'm just thinking, well, I put this on a big guy.
But it's on a big, nasty monster.
Yeah, it's got
and
high
different.
strength.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a possibility.
Next brings us to the Mortal Blade. It's a hand weapon, and attacks made with this weapon gain lethal strike and multi-wounds 2 versus monsters and ridden monsters. Okay. That's kind of nice for 60 points.
Yeah, it's
Make
not
a
bad.
monster hunter,
Or ish, yeah.
right?
Then we have the Lash of Lust, 50 points. Matt Damon of Lust only.
Only when Matt Damon's
Only Matt
horny.
Damon is horny. Can you use this
Okay.
Lash of Lust? It's a shooting weapon, range 12. That's not bad. Strength is user, quick to fire, multi-shots 2d6. This weapon may not be used if the model performed a march move, at least you're slow-ish. That's potentially a nice...
I have to see what kind of characters can carry this, but
yeah, because it's not expensive.
but it's only a 12 and you can't march, can't have marched, so it's going to limit it.
Yeah, but the Lust guys have guys that can go 10, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see what they've got
But
later.
if you can get on a strength 5 guy, we'll have to look. That would make it...
Oh, if you can get on a Street 5 guy, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be
thinking
quite
unless
potent.
you're going to do a SOAR, but
Yeah,
maybe
so we'll
I'm
see.
wrong.
Yeah.
Dissolving Touch for 45 points. Hand weapon. Every round of combat, each model in base contact with the bearer suffers 1 toxic hit at initiative 10.
There's your toxic attack.
Wow, that's pretty good. I like that. The initiative 10 is what makes me like it. If it wasn't for initiative 10, I wouldn't be that crazy about it. But
Yeah, especially you can get on a guy with a big base.
yeah, if you get it on a guy with a big base and he runs into some elves.
Yeah. Or just mounted guys.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Nice.
Yeah. Okay, it brings us to the Ether Wand. Doesn't look like a weapon.
It says it's a hand weapon.
Can it be the Ether Blade or the Ether something? Matt Damon of Change only.
Wand.
Yeah. It's a hand weapon.
Maybe you poke people in the eye.
I guess so. Yeah. It's literally a hand weapon. Yeah. Every time it's a stick. Beware of my stick.
It's brown and sticky.
Exactly.
It's a stick.
Every time the wielder successfully casts or dispels a spell, roll a d6. On a 4-up, the wielder gains a charge counter. For each charge counter, the wielder gains +1 attack when using the weapon. This effect is permanent.
Permanent. So whenever you successfully cast it, it's basically making your wizard a fighter.
Yeah, but your wizard's probably a big guy in these
Yes.
guys. So it's a way just to add attacks at its base strength.
Right.
That's and it's permanent.
It's interesting.
30 points.
Dirt cheap.
Yeah.
I'll have to see who can carry this thing.
Yeah,
but
that
it
we'll
looks
have to
scary.
see. It looks potentially very scary, yeah.
That brings us to the Heartseeker for 20 points. Hand weapon that the wielder may re-roll any rolls of 1 to hit for attacks with this weapon. When you're talking to a guy with probably a high weapon skill, that's pretty good.
It's cheap.
But of course, you're not bumping your strength or anything. So.
Right, and you've got some other things that are...
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The Blade of Grief,
I like that name.
as opposed to the Blade of Grief.
Grief.
Grief. 40 points, hand weapon. The wielder gains fear. Okay, see who actually has fear in the army. Attacks made with this weapon gain divine attacks.
Okay.
It's okay.
Still a base strength.
Base strength, and yeah, it's 40 points.
Right. Fear's good, though, if you don't already have it.
It is if
A
you don't
lot.
already have it, yeah.
It gives you the Trident of Torment. It's got some good names for some of these.
I like this one.
It's a hand weapon. Wheel gains +1 weapon skill and +1 initiative when using this weapon. Taps made with this weapon gain armor piercing 1. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever.
I like the bigger point ones.
Yeah. I mean, you're putting these guys, it depends on how big of a strength you're putting these
Yep.
things on, is what it comes down to.
Well, but you have there's 4 choices here. How many characters are you going to 8 choices.
Right.
How many
Correct.
characters are you going to have?
That's true.
I mean,
It
you
is
know.
a good point.
I mean, some of these aren't bad if you have some high strength guys, but the other ones are just really good. So yeah. Okay, brings us to the demonic talismans. Okay, nauseating aura. Yeah.
Wow.
I had that the other day. Too much walking. Matt Damon of Pestilence only. Enemy units in base contact with the bear have initiative 1 during the close combat phase. Oh my.
That's pretty good.
It's not cheap.
For pestilence only. Because, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's all of your heroes' points or half of your lord's points
Yep.
to make sure you're going first all the time.
So that gives us the Shackles of Reality.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's enemy units in base contact with the bearer.
Correct.
So it's basically a unit buff.
It's a unit buff.
And it's the bear, not the bear's unit.
Correct.
But still, that's to make sure you go first.
Mm-hmm.
Or equal if you have great weapons.
Right.
Yeah.
Elves don't like this.
No, a lot of people wouldn't like that. Interesting. Okay.
The Shackles of Reality for
That's
80
a
points.
fantastic name.
I love these. Bear gains regen 4 up. Slightly cheaper than the book regen item, but then that's a deserved because they already have the 5 up ward built in, pretty much. The otherworldly, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, so I don't mind it being a little bit cheaper. It kind of should be.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's 10 points.
Because you have to decide between one or the other.
Yeah, it's only 10 points cheaper, so it's not a big deal.
It'd have been more interesting if they gave a +1 to the ward save and
ward
made it
save.
cheaper,
Right.
and don't give the regen option. Yeah. Brings us to the Iron Hide. This looks like a Beast Herds item. The 65 points. The bear gains innate defense 5+. I don't think there's a lot of armor options for this army, so that's
It's an armor. That's their armor.
that's maybe their armor. Unless they're mounted, I don't think it really. Who cares?
Right.
It's a lot of points.
Who cares for 5 up ward? Armor.
5 up armor, yeah.
Right.
Unless you already have something.
Unless you have something.
If you're a
to stack on.
chariot or a crusher or something, I guess. Then you
What
get
is
some,
it? Do those? They still have the disc things that give you armor as well.
do they give you armor? I don't remember.
know.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, that gives us the brass collar.
Mm-hmm.
For 50 points, you get magic resistance 3.
Wrath only.
Oh, magic resistance 3. Anyway, I guess that stacks on your ward save. That gives you a 2 up ward versus magic that hurts.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the magic.
That's actually
is
pretty
the
good.
MR3 item still in the base rule book?
Don't know.
I can't remember. I was looking at the MR1
Kinda
one
just-
or the MR2, but
Right.
just remember if
I think the MR3 one went away.
yeah, I can't recall. But 50 points. It's not that important.
Yeah.
Brings us to
Oops.
Oh.
Sorry. There we
brings
go.
us to the Veil of Shadows. 70 points. The bear's unit gains hard target and magic and MR1. 70 points
For a hard target.
for
and
hard
then-
target.
And bring your ward save up to 4, though. Versus magic.
Versus magic.
Yeah, it's a little pricey.
It is against the unit.
But it's the whole unit gets hard target.
Yeah.
And the magic resistance. But the unit, and yeah, they already got it as well. I don't know. it's on the fence right now until we see where you can stack that. Is what it comes down to.
It's a lot of points coming from your character, though. It's just the thing. I think I'd rather they split it into one of the two of them
Right.
and
Reduce the points.
And reduce the points. Yeah, they did a lot of that in a lot of the books. They're trying it because they were limited to how many items. They combined things to get around the restriction, but just made some of the stuff expensive, so you don't see it get played so much. Yeah.
That brings us to the blissful bindings.
Oh yeah.
Model 50 points. Model striking the bearer must have their weapon skill rounding up when rolling to hit against the bearer.
Have, not have.
Yeah.
Lust only.
So it's kind of making a lot of things need 5s to hit you.
Yeah.
Because even really good guys with initiative,
even characters
with weapon skill 6 drop down to 3.
Yep.
And as long as you have 7, weapon skill 7, that's giving you a 5.
Yeah.
Okay. 50 points.
Since these guys can't have armor, the best armor is not getting hit.
Yes. What's more important than armor? Not getting hit.
Exactly.
Not needing armor.
Exactly. So it doesn't have against shooting, but yeah, that one I like. Weaver's Eye, 1 use only. Don't like that. May be activated when the bearer fails a ward save. That failed ward save may be re-rolled.
So you get to re-roll your 5 up.
Yeah. It's only 20 points.
It's only 20 points. If you have the 20 points spare, you're going to put it on a big guy.
Yeah.
To give you a re-roll versus that cannonball or whatever.
Yeah, the multi-wound thing. So yeah, if you have the points.
Yeah, it's only 20, like I said. If you have those points, I think you'll use it on your big guy. Demonic enchanted items. Gives us the Hellish Crown.
Looks familiar.
For 80 points, the bearer gains +1 leadership.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah,
for units that all they do is crumble 1 less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that one. The Horn of Damnation. Oh man.
Loving the name.
Yeah, 70 points. Yeah, the art team or whoever did they did a good job on these names. Enemy units in base contact with the bearer cannot benefit from hold your ground.
I like this a lot.
I like that a lot. I'm wondering about the point cost, but I like it a lot.
What do you mean? Wonder about the point cost? Too high or too low? I think it's too low.
Well, I'm just comparing it to the Aquitaine banner, which you lose hold your ground and gain fear.
Right. So it gives you hold your ground at -1.
Yeah.
I mean, which is bigger, much bigger. Anyway, I like this a lot.
I like it a lot too. I'm just wondering about the points. That's compared to that item.
The Portal Gem for 50 points. All friendly units within 12 of the bearer suffer 1 wound less from failed demonic instability tests. Okay.
I think that's better than the one above by a long shot.
It's cheaper, and it's everyone within 12.
Yeah, it affects multiple units potentially.
Correct.
Yeah, that other one's shit.
Suffers 1 wound less. Well, this one, if you pass, you don't take any wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Whatever.
If you fail by 1, you don't take any wounds.
Exactly.
It's the same.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Brings us to the Blazing Wings. 40 points. Matt Damon of Change Only. The bearer gains Fly 8. Yeah, we know who that's for.
Well, you don't want to put wings on them because then their clipped wings comes into effect and you take the extra wound.
There is that. Well, it depends what you're trying to do.
Token of Change. Daemons of Change Only. Matt Damon of Change Only for you. It's one of a kind. One of a kind. Change only one of a kind. Bearer can cast Fate's Judgment from Divination as a bound spell. Aren't these all one of a kind? Skeptic language versus a bearer certain gods. Maybe duplicated within the army. Okay.
No, I didn't read that.
I didn't see that either. I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Should have paid more attention.
Oh, that's actually...
I was wondering why this one-of-a-kind thing came up.
That makes some of these items total crap then, because you double up on some of the other things. Yeah. Okay, where were we?
That was a token of change.
Okay, I got the token of
Lets you do a
lust.
bound spell for Fate's Judgment. But again, this is the same thing we've talked about many times. You pay 50 points for a spell you're going to roll for, or you pay 40
points for a spell.
that you know what you're getting and it casts easier.
Yep, 3 up.
Sorry. Sorry to go off on that again. But
Yes.
we can repeat it here. Repeat
Absolutely.
the rant here. And over here. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm going to do it again. Token of lust, 40 points again.
Yep.
Matt Daemon of Lust, only one of a kind. The bear can cast Spectral Blades from Evocation as a bound spell, power 3. And not to be undone.
And the token of pestilence.
Yes.
Which they're all one of a kind.
Yeah.
You can't duplicate these. But for 40 points, you can cast Ancestral Aid from Evocation as a bound spell, power level 3. It's yeah. Anyway, bound spells we don't like them. Right?
We like them, we just don't like the rules for them. Yeah. At least the casting values.
Yes.
Obsidian Horn, 30 points, one use only. Instead of making it a spell roll, you may use this item. The spell is automatically dispelled in an army list that includes a model bearing the Obsidian Horn. Friendly models cannot cast spells, including bound spells, nor can any friendly models carry arcane items.
Oh, so it's their one.
This sounds
their
like something.
Yeah, it's the Crown of Scorn
Yes.
for the demons.
Yes.
Okay. That brings us to the Black Orb for 30 points. All enemy wizards attempting to cast spells from divination suffer a -2 modifier to the casting roll. That's very conditional.
Yes.
That's too conditional to put in most army lists, I think.
I would not buy that. the elixir of, I guess, it's because it's like the old light magic
correct.
counter, type of thing. But yeah, I wouldn't pay for that. Elixir of Souls.
Another nice name.
Yes, it is. One use only, may be activated at the start of the remaining move subphase. The bearer gains +2 movement during this phase. One use only for 2 inches.
4, because you're probably going to march.
Yeah, potentially, or you're using it for a charge.
You can't use it for charge. Remaining moves
Oh,
only.
remaining moves, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
I'm not buying that.
Demonic Arcane Items.
Not if it was multi-use, it'd be a very nice unit, nice piece. But for one use only, yeah.
Oh, you know what's interesting about this? You can buy 3 of them.
Yeah. Can you gang up on one unit?
One use only. The bearer gains +2, not his unit. Ooh, it's even worse.
Oh yeah.
It's only the bearer. Okay.
Yeah, that's just hideously bad.
All right, the Arcane Item. 7th Seal for 100 points. One use only. Instead of making a dispel attempt, you may use this item. The spell is automatically dispelled. So standard dispel scroll.
They're not fit 100 points, are they?
Yeah.
Why did they think they were 80?
They are 100 now.
Oh, okay.
The 7th Seal, though. It's a much better name than the dispel scroll.
It is. That's not what I think of as 7th Seal, but okay. The Sorcerer's Lodestone, not a good name. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Lodestone.
Lodestone.
60 points, one use only again. After making a casting or dispel attempt, the bearer may gain a +d6 modifier to its dispel or casting roll. Note that this is not a magic dice. This is an exception to the magic modifiers rule. 60 points, no way.
I've been paying 20 points for the one that lets you add another one use only that lets you add a die out of your casting pool.
I'd pay 20 points. I'm not paying 60.
Yeah, this doesn't come out of your pool though. It's an extra die.
60 points for an extra die.
One time.
One time.
And you use it for dispel or casting. It's kind of good for dispelling because if you miss, you can just throw an extra die. Anyway, I can see its usage.
I can't see it for 60 points.
Yeah, 60 points is what makes that a little tough.
Yeah.
All right. The soul-bound staff. When the bearer miscasts, it counts as having used one less magic die. Perfect. Nice item.
That's a nice item.
If miscasts bother you, this is nice. Means you can 5 dice something without ever going down the hole.
Yes. which is a big deal if you're putting on a big guy. The Mirror of Change, 50 points, Matt Damon of Change only. At the start of each friendly magic phase, the bearer may pick an enemy wizard in line of sight and within 18 inches of itself. 18 inches, that's important to know. For the duration of this magic phase, the bearer may cast non-bound spells known by the selected wizard instead of his own. Spells that create new units or raise models cannot be cast. Wow.
It's conditional. I mean, the guy's got to have a wizard, and you've got to be within 18 inches of him.
Yeah. This is a post-combat army.
And then it's got to be spells that you might want to use. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of conditions on it.
I think it's rare that you're going to be facing a wizard that doesn't have something that's useful to you.
Probably. But you got to get with 18, but you are, like you said, you're combat. Okay. Scrolls of the 8th Pact.
Because unlike regular mages, they're not limited, so they can stack these things, right?
You can still only take one arcane item.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it said on
Yeah.
top? Okay.
You can still only take one per category.
Yeah.
Scrolls of the 8th Pact. The bearer knows all trait spells from all paths available to it, and may choose to generate spells from one or more path. The chosen paths and how many spells from each path must be noted in the army list. This cannot be combined with the essence of free mind. Okay. It's 40 points.
I think they only know like 2 paths each, though. We have to look at that.
Yeah, depending on what they have and if there are how many trait spells are available to them.
Yeah, it can be.
This could be really good or it could be just
shite. Yeah.
Whatever. Right.
Yeah, so I mean, spells dispel.
Yeah.
You know, I like the miscast one. I think is useful.
This soulbound staff.
If you're going to go with a path that has high casting values, I kind of like this Mirror of Change, and the scrolls of the 8th Pact we have to see.
Right.
I don't remember the lores.
I'm not crazy about a lot of these, but
I'm not crazy about.
I'm actually kind of. I keep looking at the lodestone. It's a nice one-use fix.
Yeah.
If you have, but that's only if you have 2 casters, because you're going to have a dispel scroll anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? All right. Whew.
So what's interesting is they don't get the option to get the +1 to cast.
What do you mean? Or +1 cast, +1 dispel item?
Yeah.
In the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, army organization. There are 2 alternate ways to organize Matt Damon's legions. The Polytheist army, which has 40% characters, 25 core, special no limit, and Dark God's Might 40. So that's kind of your generic levels with a big amount for your Dark God's Might, which we'll see what that is. And then we have... Oh, and then you can get...
Right, max of 50% of any
So you have multiple gods. So then you have, 50% of the different gods. Okay.
Or you can go with a monotheist
army.
If all the units in the army belong to the same god, the category of the chosen dark gods become no limit. Core category is decreased to 20%.
Wow.
And some units gain access to additional options. It's just dropping 5% off the core. That's not a really big deal.
Well, the dark god being no limit is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some units gain access.
I guess it doesn't really matter. You have to spend characters, and you have to spend. Actually, it doesn't really change anything.
All right.
Okay, brings us to the army list. Characters, 40%, as we said. Did the monotheist change, or is it still 40?
Characters didn't change.
Oh, okay.
The only thing it changed was the core category.
Yeah, I'm not.
Demon.
I'm not, and you can get access to that one level of stuff if you go monotheist, right?
Yes.
Can you go back up to that again?
Maybe. Is it? Yeah. This is talking about the other. This is
right.
Yeah.
This is just the regular stuff, and this is the regular stuff.
You don't have to be the monotheist for this.
No.
Oh no, here it is. Some special and dark gods units Dark God's Might units may be upgraded with an aspect if in a monotheist army. So there you go.
So you get these.
You get these. You can get upgraded. You can upgrade to these if you're a monotheist.
So this is your bonus. So, okay. Devastating charge, poison attacks, AP1.
Right. With a plus range.
You're at a plus range. Okay,
Yeah.
and then the supreme aspects. Are these limited?
Yeah, if they're aspects. Aspects are limited by this.
Is the supreme access to that?
These aren't aspects, are they?
No.
Okay. So all these I would assume are being
So
limited
this
by
is
this.
aspects.
Right. Demons respective dark gods. Characters may always be upgraded with one aspect. Core units will have aspect if they belong to the same dark god owners. The general. And then some special and dark god might units may be upgraded with an aspect in a monotheist army. Huh.
Characters may always be upgraded to one aspect, so that's not restricted.
Correct.
Core units may be upgraded, so that's not restricted. Some special and might units may be upgraded with an aspect, so it's only...
Okay. It's only affecting the special and dark gods mites.
Yeah, okay.
Is what I'm reading.
That's what I'm reading. And then you scroll down. I think this is a different title. It's not restricted.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm not... They've kind of...
Taken away the bigger bonuses for being the monotheist.
I guess it's the reason you see all the mixed armies now.
Yep.
It's too bad. I mean, I was never a fan of the mixed stuff. I always liked the theme armies.
The themed armies.
Yeah, so anyway. Okay, so we have the Demon Prince. 550 points. Single model counts towards characters and Dark God's Might. You can have up to 2 of them.
Okay.
Movement 8. Weapon skill 9. Ballistic skill 5. Strength 6, toughness 5. So there's that shooting thing we were talking about. That lash 2d6, strength
Right.
6 attacks. Weapon skill 4, initiative 8, 5 attacks, leadership 9 on a 50 by 50. Comes with plate armor. Shame for every army's got plate armor except for Aquitaine.
Yep.
It seems.
That was your benefit to having what was it? The mounts, not mounts protection, the Ironhard skin up there we saw.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Gave you the 5-up natural armor,
Yeah,
whatever
so
they
you
call
can,
it.
so you can kick him. I thought they toned this down. So you can kick him
To 3?
to 2 up, plate armor, 4.
4, 3, 2, yep.
Yep. The Matt Daemon of True Chaos. He's got the Matt Demonics instability. So the 5-up boards save with otherworldly. The instability is the challenge with this guy.
Correct.
You know, losing and bad things can happen even with leadership. I mean, he is stubborn. May replace Demon of True Chaos with Demon of Change for 40, Lust for free. So they're all free except for Change. That's interesting. Okay. May take demonic items up to 200 points. So basically Lord level. May become the following Wizard Apprentice for 80, Wizard Master for 150, of course. Wrath cannot be upgraded. And may take Fly 8. So flight, same speed for 80 points. Yeah, I'd pay for that. How many wounds does he have again?
5, I think. Oh, 4.
4. Ooh, maybe I won't take that.
No, you don't take that. That makes you killable easy.
Yeah.
Cannons kill you quite easy if you have that.
Yep.
So
So
they're D3 plus 1 already, and D3 plus 2 if you fly.
yeah, so they want you to keep them on foot, which makes them not quite as scary, but that's okay. All right. And then he gets the upgrades for the alliance. Interesting. Okay. Magic options. If you upgrade to wizard, must vary spells from one choice only. Oh, so it's
4 choices. That's actually decent.
4. I thought they were linked to the specific
Yep, I did
types
too.
of demons, but they're not. So 4. Divination has a trait.
Evocation has a trait.
Which,
So does witchcraft.
Witchcraft does.
I think it does. Plus 1 to move, isn't it?
and I think Thaumaturgy has
Plus
one
1 or
too.
minus 1. Okay.
Okay, so you get all those plus another one. That's plus your level.
Right.
How much was that item?
I don't know. I think it was like 80.
And that's a freaking deal.
Yeah, if that's the case.
Because otherwise, for 4 spells, you'd be paying, 150 points.
50.
50.
No, that's this.
No.
Oh, sorry, 40. I was wrong. It's 40.
Yes.
Baroness.
But it's only change.
Oh, demons of change. Correct.
Okay.
So you have to be changed to get this, and it's cost 40. That's
But
actually
still,
pretty good.
That's really good.
All right.
Wow, that's really. I mean,
Yeah. No, it's fantastic.
relative to the current cost for Magic,
Right.
which is we think is far too high, for how the rules currently work.
So witchcraft, thaumaturgy.
Especially here, because now you even know the spells that you're getting. That's
Right.
That's incredible.
Well, you don't know what you're getting.
Well,
You know the traits.
trait
you're
spells.
getting, yes.
You know 4 spells or
Correct.
3 spells, how many ever it is. Wow, that's
Yep.
really nice.
Evocation, divination. All right, the Weaver of Change. Oh, look at that price tag.
I
1,050
think there's
points.
an extra 0 in there.
Is this a misprint?
Wow.
Single model counts as character in Dark God's Might. Only can have one of these, unfortunately. Look at that. So he's a move 8 with a fly. He flies 8 as well, apparently, because he's got that. Only weapon skill 6. Ballistic skill 6. Strength 6. Tough 6. Wound 6. Initiative 6.
He's only supposed to have 3 6s.
Why didn't they just throw this other 5 to a 6 anyway? Just
I guess so elite elves could go first.
I guess. Attacks 5 and leadership 9. He's a 50 by 100 base. He has an innate defense 5.
He's in a chariot base.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't notice that before.
Innate defense 5. He's a wizard master with 4 spells.
For 1,050 points, yeah, you better be.
Yes. He has demonic instability. He's otherworldly. And he is a demon of change.
Mm-hmm.
He flies 8, well of power. The
There's
Weaver
your
of
plus one-
Change
there's your
gains
plus one to
+1
casting.
Okay.
And he knows 4 paths of magic.
4 paths of magic, so that's 150 plus 1 to casting. It's only worth 50.
And he can
or
take the
so.
Supreme Aspect Power Vortex. 70
Right.
points. Don't remember what it does, but
Yep. And demonic items up to 200. So that's fine. What are you looking for? The vortex?
yeah.
The power vortex? That's all the way up. Where's my
Yep.
thing?
You go to the top of the special rolls. There you go.
Demon of Change has the power vortex, which was reroll 1s and 2s.
Okay.
When you're casting
So he's
thaumaturgy.
plus 1 to cast, and he rolls 1s and 2s
Yes.
if he takes that.
So you can 1-die things left and right if you're.
Yeah, he's still failing on 1. I mean, you can't fail on a 1 or 2 unless you roll it again.
Yes,
So yeah,
gotta do it
that's
twice.
pretty. Yeah, you get some decent casting with this puppy.
Pretty casting with this guy, huh?
Of course, I'd be afraid to use thaumaturgy with him, but it's only 1 die.
Well, you can take the one to make you cast 1 less.
yeah,
And it's only 1 or 2 dice, so
yeah.
who cares if you miscast?
Yeah, so
You're not hurting anything with
Yeah,
your
you're not
toughness 6.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah,
Toughness 6
yeah,
with
because you don't. Yeah, at point you don't need to get multiple dice. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wow. Okay, brings us to the harbinger of change. 220 points, slightly less than the last guy.
A little bit.
Yes, single model, no limit. This unit counts towards characters and minions of change. I hate all this
What?
multi classification
yes.
stuff.
God, that's kind of a human stat line, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, except for high ballistic skill.
I mean, not human
Movement
hero
4,
either.
3 weapons, no. Ballistic skill 4, so goblin like. Strength 3, toughness 3, 3 wounds, initiative 3, 2 attacks, 8 is just a mage.
Right.
Has the firebolts weapon.
Oh, okay. So there's the firebolt's weapon. It's a strength 3. Oh, that's the one, the shooting attack.
Yeah.
30 inches or whatever.
Yeah. He's got Daemon of Change, demonic instability, otherworldly, wizard apprentice, a level 1 wizard. I'm sorry, base level has the 4 types of magic. Can be a standard bearer. May take demonic items up to 100 points. Can Scroll, please.
Sorry?
What's that? Scroll, please. Then he can take aspect far seeing. That was what, the +1 range? Supreme aspect power vortex, which we just saw. And may take a mount. One choice only, a disc of change or a blazing chariot. The disc of change moves 8 flying, 1 without it. And weapon skill 3. Strength toughness 4. 3 attacks. 4 initiative. Leadership 7. Mount protection 6. Fly 8. Otherworldly.
So it brings your protection up by 1. Your toughness up by 1. For 40 points.
Yeah.
Right?
Your protection, which is 0 at the moment.
No, I'm saying your toughness goes from 3 to 4.
You're correct, but you said your protection, your mount's protection is 6.
That's not going to help you much.
Unless you take that other item, which I would think you'd be using it on something else. Blazing Chariot, 1 per army, 2 if it's a monolithistic army. Strength and toughness 4, 4 wounds, you get an extra wound that way. Sky Serpents, they fly 8, weapon skill 3, another bad weapon skill, strength 4, initiative 3 attacks, 2 of them, 6 strength 4 attacks, okay, mouse protection 6, otherworldly, searing firestorm, see, blazing chariot, rare unit, I guess we'll see what that is, even change, Sky Serpent, yeah, I'm not liking that at all.
How much is this thing? It's only 170, it's fairly cheap.
Yeah, I'm not liking it compared to the disc for the points.
Right. Just 50-50.
Okay. I'm not liking either one of them, frankly, but I'm not sure you'd ever. I don't see why you would ever take that guy, but okay.
That brings us to the courtesan of lust.
Yes.
Lust for 880 points. You can only have one of these. Counts toward characters in dark magic.
It's almost 200 less than the other guy.
Movement 10. Well, yeah.
Can't fly.
Movement 10, can't fly. Weapon skill 9, ballistic skill 6, strength 6, tough 6, wound 6.
Initiative 10.
10 initiative, 6 attacks, 9 leadership. Has an innate defense of 5.
So this one you could only get to an armor save of
3.
3.
If you take that other thing, yep.
Yeah.
Demonic instability,
Yep.
otherworldly. It's a demon of lust, swift stride, and starts as a wizard apprentice, which can become a wizard master for 70.
No, so you have to pay to upgrade them, okay.
Yeah. And you've got to buy, you get 2 free spells, and you'd have to buy your extra spells. So by the time you do this and this, you're the same cost as the other guy. So I think it was 1,050.
Yeah.
That adds 170, which is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Can take 200 points worth of demonic items. And can take Clawed Caress, which I think is the +1 to wound. And the Dance of Death.
That's a great name.
All right.
Brings us to the Harbinger of Lust, 200 points. Counts as characters and minions of Lust, demonic instability, and otherworldly. That's all of these things have. It's only for Lust. Gets distracting. That's nice.
Okay, distracting's really nice. I
Yeah.
like distracting.
Because this guy's going to be in your unit, 25 by 25 base. He's movement 6, weapon skill 7. This is a character.
Will be distracting in weapon skill 7?
Yeah, this is a character stat. Ballistic of 5, strength is 4, but he's only toughness 3. So wounds are 3, initiative 7, so he's fast, and 4 attacks. Okay, may become a battle standard bearer. That's fine. May become an apprentice for 70 points. May take demonic items up to 100. May take the Clawed Caress or the Dance of Death. Barb Claws, which was the AP +1, right?
Actually,
Or that's the +1 to wound.
I think it might be the +1 to wound.
Yeah, and then the paired weapons.
Your strength is low.
Yeah, so you'll.
And it's only strength 4.
Yeah, probably take one of the magic weapons anyway. Steed of Lust in the Siren Chariots, and he gets.
What?
Oh, okay, 1 spell free, and then.
Yeah. You can get
Sorry,
a second one for 50.
I was confused for a second. I was misreading it.
You
Okay,
can't
and our
win.
characters are the Steed of Lust, which is just quick. Movement is 10. Weapon skill is. You have to stop moving the screen.
Sorry,
please.
I was looking at the cost.
Okay.
30 points for that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, 60.
The 30 old points. Weapon skill's only 3. It's only 1 attack. Strength toughness is only
Right.
3.
But movement 10.
It's movement 10. It's all about the movement, baby. Mounts protection 6. Otherworldly. It's fast cavalry. Elusive means he gets to flee. And he gets a poison. It says poison attack. It's really poison attack. and then he has the other option for the Siren Chariot.
They are. Chariot was what?
120.
Okay.
He's at least got strength 5. It's only toughness 4 with 4 wounds.
Picking up a wound.
It's picking up a wound, and he's got some decent strength impact hits. 2 Steeds of Lust, which we just read about, and then the Mounted Siren, which is 2 attacks at strength 3 at weapon skill 5. So no big deal there, but it's really about the wound and the speed. Mounts protection 6 again. Otherworldly, Demons of Lust, impact hits +1. Mounted Siren has barbed claws, and
Okay.
yeah.
All right. That's actually cheap for a chariot. 120 points.
Yeah, it's because it's not much of a chariot.
That's a pretty good chariot.
It's fast.
It's only tough 4 is the big thing. But
It's tough. It's tough 4, has no armor.
Tough 4 chariot with no armor, but it's fast though.
It's quick. And it doesn't have any additional really fighting attacks.
No. So that brings us to the Father of Pestilence.
Yes.
For 880, characters Dark God's Might. Movement 6, weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 3. Ooh,
Yes.
this guy's no good. Strength 6, toughness 7, wounds 7, initiative 4, attacks 5, and leadership 9.
So he's a little tougher and got an extra wound.
Tougher, extra wound.
Doesn't shoot so well, but he has nothing to shoot, so it doesn't
gives
matter.
up initiative and weapon skill for those.
Yeah.
He has an innate defense 5, demonic instability, otherworldly, demon of pestilence. He's a wizard apprentice. Knows 1 spell from a chosen path. Can become a wizard master for 70.
Yeah. He's how much to start with?
880.
Okay, same as the other one.
So yeah, you get much more pricey if you add everything into it.
Yeah.
Because you add 220
Right.
between these
It's
two.
the same
and,
as the other one, so.
yeah, he's a little bit more. Ends up being 50 points more than the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Can take the aspect of contamination for 40 and bloated putrefaction for 90. And he can freely upgrade to a flail.
Mm-hmm.
So make you +1 to hit him. But brings his strength up to 8.
There's other magic weapons that are better.
There are.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Which is the Harbinger of Pestilence, 240 points. Single model, no limit. Characters and minions of Pestilence. Demonic, otherworldly, demon of Pestilence. Okay, movement is
That's a
4.
lot of 5s.
Yes, and then weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5, strength 5, toughness 5. 3 wounds though. Initiative 4, 3 attacks, leadership 8. That's 220. That's a nice 240. That's a nice stat line.
That is a nice stat line for 240 points.
Doesn't go very fast, but that's a nice base stat line. Can become a standard bearer, with an apprentice. Can have 100 points of items. May take the aspect of contamination or supreme aspect of bloated putrefaction for both her 80. May take a weapon, one choice only, a flail or a halberd. Ooh, halberd, making strength 6.
Halberd. Yep.
He has losing no shield. That's
No shield to give up.
that's the way to go as far as I'm concerned.
Looks like it.
Yeah, if you don't give him a
If
magic.
you're not given a magic weapon.
Yeah. We can take a mount. Oh, not a very fat. Oh, Blightfly. Oh, that's interesting. The Palquin is 90, but the Blightfly is 60. I have to see. Check what I'm missing here. Okay, can be a wizard. I'm with witchcraft, thaumaturgy, evocation, divination, 1 free spell, and 50 points for other spell. So this guy's really fighty, and he can be and he gets a spell. That's technically 2 because they have trait spells. Okay, the Pestilence Palquin. This one I always read it. I don't get it.
Are we talking about the price here or what?
And just what it is, and then what do you pay for it? Yeah. So it's movement 4, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength 3, toughness 3, 4 wounds. So you
Give you a wound.
get a wound. You get 6 strength 3 attacks, and they don't even have poison.
So you get 6 strength 3 attacks and a wound
Yeah,
for 90.
for 90. Or I can have a Blightfly. I guess he's
And
already.
you can, since you're at 50 by 50, you can stay in your unit.
Yeah, you can go in the unit with him. You give him a Blightfly, and he's already toughness 5, so I guess that's probably why it's cheap. He flies 6, weapon skills 4, ballistic skill 3, who cares? Strength and toughness 5, 3 wounds, no extra wounds, initiative 2, they're slow, 2 attacks. So you get 2 additional strength 5 attacks versus 6 strength 3 attacks. And you get fly. Mounts protection 6, otherworldly demonic instability, fly 6, but he causes fear. I think this is a better deal.
I think the fly is a better deal, except you're no longer hiding him in a unit, though.
Right, unless you're taking blight flies.
Unless you're taking the blight flies. Okay.
60 points, yeah, you can have a relatively inexpensive guy that's just going around messing with people. If you don't give him too much special abilities.
That brings us to the Scourge of Wrath.
Yes.
Unit contains about characters and Dark God's Might. Alright, movement 8, which he also flies 8. His weapon skill 10, ballistic skill 10, which he doesn't shoot, but whatever.
Right.
Strength 6, toughness 6, wound 6, initiative 9.
Yep.
7 attacks and a leadership of 9. He has heavy armor, demonic instability, and unworldly. He's a demon of wrath.
So the other guys had an 8 defense. He's got heavy armor. Oh no, they had armor too.
They had armor. One had an 8 defense. Anyway, he has fly 8, MR2, magic resistance 2. Take demonic items up to 200. Can take onslaught or an eternal fury.
So he's got 2 more
Eternal
attacks than the
Fury's
other guys.
hatred.
The other guys have 5 attacks, right?
Yes. 2 more attacks, higher weapon skill. Strength and toughness remains the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty fighty.
He is. The initiative 9, what's really scary. Because even a character with a potion.
Yeah. Same with the other guy, which was 10. So, but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty potentate.
He is.
Harbinger of Wrath, 220 points again. Unit counts towards characters and minions of Wrath. Movement is 5, so a little quicker than last guy. Weapon skill 7, ballistic skill 2, cares, strength 5, toughness down to 4, 3 wounds, initiative 6. Okay for a character. 3 attacks, 8 on 25 by 25, and 8 defense 4. So he's basically got plate armor and light armor. So he's a 3-up.
Yep.
That's nice. 3-up at tough. But he's only toughness 4.
Yeah, this is another instance where I just wish they would just do a 3-up and 8 defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you have the Matt Damon special rules. Matt Damon instability and otherworldly. Sometimes it's bolded and other times it's not. Special rules. Matt Damon of Wrath. Magic resistance 1. So MR1. Can be a battle standard bearer. May take demonic items up to 100 points. Can take the onslaught aspect or the eternal fury supreme aspect. May take a weapon, one choice only, the hell axe or the blood sword. He can ride a crusher. And the crusher for 90 points. So you're paying that for a lord's horse in Equitane.
You are. This thing's almost as good.
It's about the same stat as a horse, isn't it?
It is.
Movement 7. Oh, it's 1 inch slower.
It's slower.
Yeah. Weapon skill 5, strength 5, toughness 4, 3 wounds, so no wound bonus. Initiative 2, 3 attacks 7. Even of Wrath, mounts protection 6. So he already has a 3-up, so it becomes a 2-up by riding this thing.
Right.
Otherworldly, and he's got a 5-up ward save, and he causes fear.
That's correct.
That's definitely worth 90 points.
It's definitely worth 90 points. Yeah, this crusher. So that's what the Equitane guys are paying for a horse, huh?
The lords, yeah.
Yep. So I mean, they're about the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, 3 strength 5 attacks. The horse gets thunder.
It's only initiative 2 though in there.
That's true. All right. So that brings us to our core. First thing we have in core is horrors.
The horror.
The horror. 180 points. 10 models. May add up to 30 for 18 apiece.
You can have 40.
And you can only have 4 of these units in the game, in the army. Movement 4, weapon skill 3, strength. Bleh. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3,
It's a
strength 3,
human
type
stat
3.
line.
It's a human. It's pure human, isn't it?
Yep.
Demonic instability, otherworldly. They have firebolts though. They are demon of change, and they're scoring. Champion for 140 because it's a wizard's conclave.
Yep.
Musician and standard bearer for 20 points each. Can take a veteran standard, and if your general belongs to the same unit, you get far seeing, which is the plus 6-inch shooting.
Yeah.
So it's like an archer unit, a pricey archer unit, right?
180. Is it that pricey?
Not that pricey.
It's not
I mean,
really
you're
pricey.
paying what, 10, 18 points a guy,
Yeah, it's 9 old points.
right?
It's not. That's not pricey.
So with the 5-up ward save and firebolts, okay.
I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not so bad. We have the sirens, which are the Lust guys. 15 models. That's weird. Unfortunate. 240 points. And then you can have a 20 more, so they're going to get to 35 for 20 points per model. I wonder why they raised the base unit, so you have to get 15,
I don't know.
restricting your MSU capabilities for this particular unit,
I guess.
but not the one above. Okay, but they're fast. Movement 6, weapon skill 5, skill 4, strength, toughness 3, which is bad. Not bad, but it is bad. But the since 4 seems to be the standard in the game now. 1 wound, 5 initiative. So they're quick. They're elven quick. 2 attacks. Leadership 7. Instability, otherworldly. Matt Daemon of Lust. They're scoring. Can have a champion, musician, standard bearer. Usual pip is. Wish they would just do away with the points, just incorporate it into the base unit. And then to jump along to the Dark God may take aspect Claude Caress. And Claude Caress was the AP?
AP or +1 to wound?
Don't remember.
Claude Caress. Go check real quick.
Yeah.
Claude Caress is AP.
Yeah, +1. Okay.
Contamination was the poison. Okay. Huh. Okay. Back to core.
So if you don't take the general with his mark, then they're just 2 strength 3 attacks.
Yep. 2 strength 3 attacks.
Which is not very good.
It's not.
And they make you take 15 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're cheaper than the witch elf things, aren't they?
Yeah, they got poison now.
That's true. All right. Brings us to the Tallyman. 10 for 220. You can add 20 more for 24 points a pop. Movement 4, strength, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength 4, tough 4, 1 wound, 2 initiative, 1 attack, leadership 7. Instability, otherworldly, pestilence, parry. Oh, they have parry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that's replaces the old -1 to hit.
Yeah.
So they have parry.
For them, since they have low weapon skills, probably better.
Yes. Standard unit upgrades and better standard. Can take contamination, which gives you poison attacks for 4 points a model.
Yeah, that's the winner so far.
I think so. But we still have.
Brings us to the Slaughterers. 210 points for 10 models. They're cost more. Plus an additional 20 and 25 points for extra models. They're core and minions of wrath. Movement 5, weapon skill 5. Very nice for a core unit. Strength 4, toughness 3, 1 wound. Initiative 4, quickish. 1 attack 7, 25 by 25. They have the blood sword. The blood sword was
Wasn't that all attacks at strength 5 or?
demonic instability, otherworldly, MR1, innate defense 5, so 5-up armor save and then a 5-up ward save.
Right.
They're scoring. They can replace the blood sword with the hell axe for 3 points per model. Standard upgrades again. And they have the thing that can have the dark gods. I'm sorry, what were the weapon choices again?
Blood Sword and Hell Axe.
Yeah. Good tells us an arm we don't run into very often.
Yes. The Blood Sword is the lethal strike,
Okay.
and the Hell Axe is always strength 5.
Oh, so that's a definite no-brainer.
The always strength 5 sounds really good,
Yes.
right?
Yep. I'll pay the extra points for that.
Oops.
Yep.
There we go.
So yeah, I'll pay the 3 points for the.
For the Hell Axe, definitely. Brings us to the Minions of Change. The Igniters for 250 points. You get 5 models. You can add up to 3 more at 50 points a model.
Mm-hmm.
You only have 3 of these units in an army. Movement 6, Weapon Skill 3, Ballistic Skill 4, Strength 4, Tough 4, 1 wound, 4 initiative, 2 attacks, and Leadership 7. Their weapons are Firestorm, a shooting weapon with a range of 18, Strength 4, multi-shot D3, and quick to fire.
Oh, that's annoying.
What's that?
The multi-shot D3.
Yes.
I got to roll 5 or more guys and figure out and add it all up. Something I don't like.
Demonic Instability, Otherworldly, Demon of Change, Skirmish. Can upgrade 1 to a champ. And you can gain Far Seeing for 8 points a model if you're in a monotheist army.
Right. This is a unit that, for simplification, demon players might not like it, but I'd rather just you roll the die once and apply it to the unit.
To the unit, right.
Yeah, I don't like it when you're rolling D3s and then having to add them all up for multiple guys. Just something else you got to do.
Right.
Yeah. Brings us to the Sky Serpents, 250 points, up to 3 in an army. Can have 3 models, may add up to 3 models for 75 points, so you can have up to 6. The movement's 1 on the ground, 9 flying, weapon skill 3, 3 strength, 4 attacks, or toughness 4, 2 wounds, initiative 4, 5 aboard save basically, and Demon of Change fly 9. They're skirmishers, so they're harder to hit, but that also means they're not touching one another.
This spreads them out a bit.
Yeah, slashing. They get sweeping attacks. Oh, these are the things. And the unit suffers a strength 3 hits for each scar. D3. There you go again. For every D3 strength 3.
For each Sky Serpent in the unit. So if you've got 3 of them, you fly over unit. You do.
You're rolling 3d3 and maybe getting 6 on average. Strength 3, ooh, big deal. Yeah, this unit needs some help.
It's fast though.
It flies at a good click, yeah. But yeah, they're just no.
3 strength 4 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah.
We have the Blazing Chariot for 270. It's a single model. You can only have 1 in an army or up to 2 in a monotheistic army. It's a chariot, strength 4, tough 4 with 4 wounds. Ooh, fairly light chariot.
Yep, it's a light chariot, very light.
An Exalted Igniter.
Yes.
It's an Exalted Igniter. He's a weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 4, 3 attacks, and initiative 4. And 2 Sky Serpents pulling it. It has Mounts Protection 6. Demonic Instability, Otherworldly. Its weapon is a Searing Firestorm. It's a Demon of Change. The Exalted Igniter is a Demon of Change. Sky Serpents are Demons of Change with Fly 8. And if you're a monotheist army, you can take Far Seeing for 20. So the Searing Firestorm can be fired in one of 2 ways. It can be fired as a bolt thrower with a range 24, strength 1 plus D3. 4 plus D3 for the single hit. Multi-wounds D3 for the single hit. AP 6, quick to fire. So it's a variable strength bolt thrower. Okay. Roll the D3 once and apply this strength with the modifier to all hits and hits with its weapon. Okay.
So it's a strength 2 to 4 bolt thrower. and the bounce through, and the
Well,
strength's
it's strength.
5 to 7.
Right, with the target. So it's
Mhm.
a bigger than a normal bolt thrower.
Maybe.
It is. Bolt throwers are normally, well, I guess you're right.
Yeah, depends how you roll.
Normal bolt thrower is what, 6?
Yeah.
So on average, it's the same.
Mhm.
Okay. Chance to be up or down one. Okay. Yeah. It can also, but it's a short range, 24 inches. Can also be fired as a volley gun 6.
Yeah, you're moving fast, though.
Artillery weapon with range of 24. Strength 2 plus D3. Quick to fire. Roll the D3 once, apply this to the strength. Number hits the weapon, roll this before distributing it. Okay. So 6 shots at an average of strength 4. Right? Quick to fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
No AP or anything.
No AP or anything like that.
I mean, the other one does, but the bolt thrower does, but not the
Right.
volley gun.
With the strength, with a tough 4 with 4 wound chariot with no armor to speak of.
Well, it's basically a shooting weapon,
Yeah.
but you're paying the premium on top of the base cost, so it can fly around and pick its targets.
Right. But it's only, like I said, only tough 4.
Yeah, but a war machine would only be tough 4 with 5 wounds, so you're giving up a wound.
Oh, for mobility.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is a war machine. To me.
Okay. Yeah. That can defend itself or whatever against chaff somewhat. Because if something comes near it, it can charge it.
Yeah, I mean, it can charge some stuff. So
It's got impact hits. It's only D6
Yeah.
strength 4,
Yeah.
but it's still impact hits.
yeah, and it's got its own attacks. So
And some stuff.
against chaff, those attacks are fine.
Yeah, it's
So-
actually 9 strength 4 attacks.
Yeah,
It's actually pretty good.
yeah. So, yeah, it's probably just I kind of like this.
Okay.
Okay, it brings us to the Minions of Lust. We'll talk about it next week. The Mounted Sirens, 180 points for 5 models. Ooh, they're not too cheap, not too expensive. 10 models, 32 points per model, up to 4 units. The rider has weapon skill 5, 2 attacks at strength 3. They get ballistic skill 4. I don't think that matters. Toughness 3, 1 wound. They are fast, initiative 5, leadership 7. The steed has 1 attack, same as before. They're real fast. Moves
Real
10.
fast stuff.
And I think the steed has poison, right?
It does.
Has a poison attack per steed, yeah. And then it's got that elusive rule. Adding that makes, I think, a big deal for these things.
Yeah.
It's Demon of Lust, and it's got demonic instability or otherworldly. Oh, it's got the barded claws for the rider. So, okay. Champion, musician, standard bearer. Probably won't take any of that. You can take the Clawed Caress for 4 points per model.
Yep.
That's the +1 to wound. Scroll up, please. I'm sorry. This is what? 180. This is basically a chaff unit, a really fast chaff unit, War Machine Hunter.
Yep. It is really fast.
Not protected at all.
No.
Doesn't.
You're relying on your ward.
Yeah, it doesn't hit particularly hard.
Um.
It'll be good against other chaff because it's going to go before them
Right.
with its 3 strength 3 attacks.
Per model. Yep.
Yeah, but you got some armor piercing to help a little bit. Yeah, that move 10 is a big deal.
Move 10's really good.
I liked these before. I still like it. I think it's still a nice, powerful chaff unit.
They are. I like them.
Yeah, me too.
We'll use the Clawed Fiends for 2 of them for 220. You can have up to 3 in an army, 3 units in an army. You can add up to 4 for 120 points apiece. Move 10. Wow.
Yeah.
Weapon skill 5. Strength 4, tough 4, 3 wounds. Initiative 5, 3 attacks. Leadership 7. Monstrous Beast 40 millimeters. Barbed Claws. Otherworldly, demonic
So it
instability.
makes it basically AP2.
What's that?
Strength 4 with Barded Claw, so they're AP2.
Okay. Demon of Lust, Fear, And you can add, if they're in a monotheist army, you can add Clawed Caress.
+1 to wound, which is a definite yes, I think.
If you're in a if you're in the monotheist army.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I still like these guys a lot.
They're fast again.
They're movement 10,
Yep.
initiative 5, so they're going to clear most stuff out of the way,
Yeah.
right?
It's just I don't have high strength is the only thing. But
They don't.
yeah. Which is always a lust. All the lust
Always
has
been
that
a lust.
challenge. But I like that unit also. Just the pressure you can put on people, and plus you're going to get a stomp because you're monstrous, right?
No, it's a monstrous beast.
Oh, was it?
I don't think monstrous beasts get stomps. Do they?
Yeah, they get.
Yeah, they get it. Sorry,
they get a
my
stomp.
mistake. They get
Yeah.
a stomp. So they have a strength 4 stomp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, brings us to the Siren Chariot. 200 points, up to 3 in the army. It's a single model. It's got a strength 5, okay, but only a toughness and wounds of 4. Mounted Sirens, again, 2 attacks each, and there's 2 of them. Weapon skill 5, strength 3, initiative 5, 2 more Steeds of Lust. So it moves 10, mounts protection 6, demonic instability, otherworldly. Special rules, Demon of Lust, impact hits, +1. Bartered Claws again, so -1. So what? Demon of Lust again. Steeds, poison attacks, Demon of Lust, and you can get the Clawed Caress. I think I'd rather have the guys above.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, the strength 5 on the impact is nice, but they're going to be moving 20. This thing's going to be moving 10 because it's only a chariot.
Right. Charge the same, but this one is
Yeah.
going to have trouble keeping up.
And just a number of wounds that the other guys are going to have in comparison
Yeah. No, I agree.
for the points, yeah. Yeah, I don't think they've quite figured... It'll be interesting what they do with the chariots. I don't think they've figured them out yet.
Speaking of chariots, we have the Carnal Chariot for
Yeah.
240. Strength 4, tough 4, 4 wounds. Has an Oracle and mounted Sirens and 2 Steeds of Lust. So 1,
2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Strength 3 attacks.
So 8 strength 3 attacks coming off this thing.
Yeah,
That's not that great.
yeah.
And the impact hits are
Strength
only
4.
strength 4, unless this Soul Reaper does something.
Yes.
Has impact hits +1. Soul Reaper can take the Clawed Caress for 20 in a monotheistic army. Has Barbed Claws, Demonic Lust,
The
Soul
crew
Reaper.
does.
What's that?
The crew has barbed claws, yeah.
Crew has Barbed Claw. The Oracle and the crew, yep.
Yeah.
All of them.
So 6 of the attacks, and then the other 2 are poison.
Yep. And the Oracle and the Chariot itself have Soul Reaper. Impact hits inflicted by a Carnal Chariot gain armor piercing 6. Ooh. And the Oracle gains +1 attack for each unsaved wound caused by the Chariot's impact hits. It's lost at the end of the round of combat. So the Oracle gains
+1 strength 3 attack.
1 strength 3 attack, which is not great. But these things, it's strength 4, no armor save. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
That definitely changes things a bit.
that makes it cavalry be really scared of this thing.
Yes, especially movement 10. It can outcharge.
I'm sorry, go back down again.
All
about
cav.
The impact. I'm sorry, the AP again. Impact.
AP6.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the wound from the guy is not going to help a lot.
Yeah, you don't
the
care
extra
about
attack
that.
from the guy.
It's really about the
AP6.
AP6 attacks. You have to get the charge off, of course.
Right. Well, you should. You're faster than anything else.
Yeah, you can fail, but yeah.
You can.
This is on the big base. This is that big lawnmower looking goofy thing, right?
Yeah, 100 wide, 50.
Yeah. That's such a goofy looking model that GW did.
It is. I actually like that model. It's the lawnmower, the old rotary lawnmower thing.
I never liked it.
I like it.
Kind of
because
backward. Always look
It
backwards
always
to
looks
me.
backwards, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I kind of like this thing.
It's different.
It's different. That is a good point. It's a good way to put it, but it's big frontage.
It's a big frontage.
If you can run it into something,
It has all the negatives of a chariot.
You can get into an armored unit though,
If you can get into a cavalry unit,
right?
Because any other armor unit's going to have enough models that are going to kill you when after you're done.
Hmm.
Because you're only toughness 4 with a 6-up mounts protection. Yeah, I'm not feeling. It's too
Too vulnerable.
too vulnerable, too specific.
Right.
Oh, you don't have any cavalry in your army. That kind of sucks.
I guess this isn't going to help me a whole lot, is
Yeah.
it?
Brings us to the Shrine of Temptation. Okay, 420 points. Not cheap. 1 per army, 2 for a monotheistic army. It's a chariot. Now this is a chariot. It's got strength 5, toughness 5, 5 wounds. It's got a temptress. She has 4 attacks, strength 3 again. Weapon skill 5. It's got 3 mounted sirens.
So that's 6 more strength 3 attacks.
Yeah, so we're up to 10. And we've got 4 steeds of lust. So we've got 14 strength 3 attacks.
It's a lot of strength 3 attacks.
It's a lot of strength 3 action going on there. Mounts protection 6. Demonic instability, otherworldly. Impact hits plus 3. Ooh.
Okay. Well, look at the size of that chariot, though.
Yeah, I know. It's another 100 one. So it's the other one only had didn't have plus 3. So you can have potentially 9 strength 5 impact hits. Sorry, 8. Yeah, 9. That's correct.
Right.
It's got the Aura of Ecstasy, which we'll read about in a second. You can get the Clawed Caress upgrade, which is a definite with that many attacks.
The Temptress has lightning reflexes.
Okay, so she gets a +1 to hit with her strength 3.
Weapons
And
skill
with the
5.
Clawed Caress be a +1, and then the AP 1. Okay, keep going. Yeah, we'll kind of read through this. Aura of Ecstasy. All friendly models with the Demon of Lust engaged in the same combat as this model with this rule, including itself, gain lightning reflexes.
Okay. So it's a little bit of a buff wagon. A little bit, because it has to be not nearby. It has to be in the combat.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Not great. How much was this thing?
420 points. Yeah, I'm not feeling the love here.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, it finally has some decent strength, but it's and toughness, but it's
well, only on the wagon itself, yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's got a nice charge, but once again, 100mm wide,
Right.
400 points, and it's easy to kill it. It's not that easy because it's tougher, but
It's tough 5 with 6 up armor, 5 up board.
yeah, I'm not feeling that one either.
Brings the Minions of Pestilence for
Minions.
Plaguelings for 130. 2
Shouldn't
models.
shouldn't this be like a little yellow guy?
It's not color. The 130 points for 2 models can add up to 3 more for 55 apiece.
So they're expensive.
They're expensive. 0 to 3 per army. They are movement 4, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength 2, toughness 3, 5 wounds, 2 initiative, 5
Yeah,
attacks.
it's a swarm.
It's a swarm. Demonic instability, otherworldly. They scout, they vanguard, and they can have poison for 6 points a model. I think the 6 points a model is a given.
If you're
I'd do that
if
in
you're
a
taking a
second.
monotheist
if you
army, of course.
oh.
Yeah.
Only the monotheist. Got it.
Stat wise, I don't see why you'd ever take this unit until you read about the scout and the vanguard. And I think that can really
That scout and vanguard's kind of nice.
it's pretty nice.
It's a movement 4 scout and vanguard, but that means you get within 12 inches of something.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need a 13 on the first round on if you go second.
Well, if you get within 12,
Well, you have to be outside of 12.
yeah, just outside. So 13 with 4 is a 9. So, but at least allows you to put pressure
Early.
and your opponent has to think about that when they're setting up.
They do. Anyway.
I like them actually. In small units. Brings us to the Pestilent Beast. 390 points for 3 models.
Okay.
Okay, you can have up to 10 models per army. Kind of like when they... So I wish they did more of that and less of this split thing
Right.
that they were doing. May add up to 3 models, 130 points per model. So same to expand. That's kind of interesting. Usually you pay more to buy the big stuff for the extra models. Movement is they're faster than I thought they were. Their movement is 6, weapon skill 3, which is crap. Strength is only 4, their toughness 5, 3 wounds. Initiative is 2, which is crap. 4 attacks, 7. Demonic instability, otherworldly. A Daemon of pestilence. They cause fear. They get regen 4 on top of their 5-up board save. Their score. Oh, they get score. They get scoring.
They did.
I'm surprised they did that. This was an 8th edition. This was a unit that was like overpopulated on the tables.
Right.
It's so good. They shouldn't give it scoring. Trail of Mucus. Enemy units cannot claim flank or rear combat bonus scores against unit containing 1 or more models with a special rule. And you get contamination if you're a monotheist army. Yeah, these are still really good.
They are. These are good.
They're just a tar pit.
Yep.
They're kind of hard to wound, and they just sit there.
T5 with the 4-up regen.
Yep.
5-up ward.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Brings us to the Blight Flies for 340. 3 models. You can add 2 more for 140 apiece. You can only have 2 units in the army. The Rider is, look at that, 4/4/4/4, strict 4, tough 4.
Yep.
2 attacks, strength 4, weapon skill 4. His fly is only a fly 6, weapon skill 4, strength 5, T5 though.
Yep.
3 wounds, 2 attacks, 2 initiative, and 7 leadership.
And a stomp.
So you got mount protection 6. Just nothing to write home about.
Yep.
Demonic instability, otherworldly, pestilence,
Causes fear.
fear, and fly 6. Standard unit upgrades, even
Yep.
a magic standard up to 100, and a monotheist army. You can take contamination.
Yep.
I like the Blight Flies.
Like I said, I wish they would have, the minimum size have been 2 for them,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think they're once again, they're tough and
Tough 5 with a 5-up ward.
yep.
It's pretty good.
And having a couple strength 5 attacks doesn't hurt either. I'm
Right.
sorry. So what's the points on those again? So they're 340 and go up.
Like 110 apiece. These were 130 apiece. The Pestilence Beasts.
Yeah.
They're cheaper.
Well, they don't fight as well.
Yeah, these have 4 strength 4 attacks at strength 4.
Mm-hmm.
These have 3 attacks at strength. Oh, sorry, 2 attacks at strength 5.
5 and then 2 at strength 4. So same number of attacks. You get 2
Yeah.
higher strength,
Yeah,
but you're not as resilient.
and you're all weapon skill 4, and these are only 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not as resilient.
Because you don't have the ward save.
Who doesn't?
The Blight Flies.
Why not? They have
I'm
other
sorry,
weapons.
they don't have the regen save.
Oh, they don't have the 4-up regen.
Yeah. So they're not quite as resilient, but they do slightly
They're
more
not-
damage and they fly.
They're not as resilient against. Yeah.
So I think they did a good job here.
These are a good trade-off between these.
Yeah, they both have what direction you want to go in.
Right.
And then you put that character guy with them, that makes them kind of scary.
Does. All right. What do we got?
Minions of Wrath. New category. So we have the Crusher Cavalry. The 340 points. 3 models. It's like the unit that's in every Demon Legion army.
Yep.
May add up to 2 models for 120 points each. So these are comparably priced to the stuff we saw above. But this is interesting. They limited the number of models on the other one. This one they
Number of units.
number of units.
Correct.
That you can have more models. Actually, technically, you could have 15 of them.
Right.
That's kind of strange. Okay, you think this would be the unit you think they'd want to control more? The Rider has 1 strength 4 attack, and I'm sure he's got the sword option, so he can basically be strength 5, and initiative 4, so he's basically the Wrath guy. Then the Crusher, which is where the action is, 3 strength 5 attacks, weapon skill 5, movement is set. Excuse me. So basically, you've got 4 strength 5 attacks plus a stomp.
Yes.
Very nice. Mounts protection 6 and 8 defense 4. So unlike the Warriors of the Dark Gods, these guys only have an armor 4 up.
Right.
Plus the 5 up
Ward save.
otherworldly ward save. They have the blood sword, but you have the option to go to the hell axe, which I don't know why you wouldn't. Demon of Wrath, scoring again. MR1, which is nice. So you're 4 up against magic.
Yep.
You call Sphere again. Scroll down a little bit. Was there? Okay.
No, that's it.
All right. I was seeing if they are not Swift Stride. That's the interest. Oh, they're Monstrous Cavalry. Never mind. Yes, they are. May replace the Blood Source Hell Axe. Already talked about that. Standard command, magic stand up to 100, and they can take Onslaught if you take a monotheistic army. Yeah, they're
still good.
There's a reason you see them in every arm. And some of those pestilence guys were very impressive, but these guys can put the herd out.
They really do. They deal punishment.
Yeah, and
that brings us to the Hellhounds for 280 points. You get 5, and you can add 5 more for 52 apiece.
Yep, they're basically the same price as a knight.
You can only have 5 of these units per army, but that's 50 of them if you really want to get, if you have the points for it. Movement 8, weapon skill 5, strength 4, tough 4, 2 wounds, 4 initiative, 2 attacks, 7 leadership. These guys are better than knights. Okay, they don't have lances.
They don't have a lance.
All right. Demonic, innate defense. They don't have the armor either.
No.
Innate defense 4, demonic instability, otherworldly, demon of wrath, magic resistance 3 though. That's really nice. Can ambush for 11 points a model, and a monotheist army can take onslaught for 6 points. Ambush for 11 points a model. It's pricey, but I think you do it with at least one.
I think these are severely overcosted.
Think they're overcosted?
Yeah.
You're
paying knight points without the protection, without the strength on the charge.
Yeah, they got 2 wounds each though.
You don't get light troops.
Yes, I mean you're making up
so you're not maneuverable.
You're making up for some of that with the extra wound.
I suppose. I just think they cost.
And your war beast, you're not cav, which helps a little bit.
Yeah, it means you can get stomped. So
what's that? Oh, you can get stomped, but you don't take dangerous terrain checks for a lot of stuff, and you can't get speared.
I think they cost way too much.
Maybe. All right.
Brings us to the Altar of Slaughter, 360 points. You can only have one of them.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, it's the Altar of Blood. It's a chariot. Okay, so it's strength 5, toughness 6, 4 wounds. So it's tough.
Yes, very tough.
Doomringer's got 2 strength 4 attacks. I assume we can give him a proper weapon.
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll find out then. Yep, got a blood sword.
Oh, he already has a blood sword.
Yeah. And the Slaughterers, same thing, one attack each. So what are we up to? We're up to 4 strength 5 attacks for that.
The blood sword's not the strength 5 one.
Oh, is that the?
That's the axe. Yeah.
Oh, do I have it backwards? Yeah. Okay, I have it backwards. Okay.
These aren't the strength 5.
That's only strength 4.
Correct.
Then the Crusher, single Crusher, has 3 strength 5 attacks.
Okay.
360 points. Monster protection 6 and 8 defense 4, so you get them to a 3 up at least. Demonic instability, otherworldly, it's a demon of wrath. MR2, impact hits +1. It's got the blood feast, which we'll read about. He causes fear. Can get the onslaught upgrade if he's a monotheist. The Doombringer gets the blood sword, and it's a demon of wrath. Scroll down, another blood sword. Demon of wrath, demon of wrath. Blood feast. Each time you make a successful charge with this model, all friendly units with the demon of wrath that are engaged in the same combat gain frenzy until the end of the combat phase.
So you gain frenzy if you charge.
So that can be good.
Until the end of the combat phase. Okay, so you do have to overrun.
Yeah, or it can be bad.
Can be bad.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the love on this one either.
No, I'm not either. Tough 6 makes it really good though.
It does.
The tough 6 makes up for the light armor for
Yeah.
chariot.
360 points.
It's actually not that light. It's a 3-up armor, right?
Yeah, it's got a 3-up. It's got
3-up armor, tough 6, 5-up ward, and it's actually really protected.
It's protected.
Yeah, and it hits pretty hard too.
Does it hit that hard?
Yeah, it's got. I mean, you've got 2 strength 4,
Plus 2 more.
2 more strength 4, and then 3 strength 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits harder than most chariots.
It's harder than a lot of chariots. I don't think it's harder than the fighty chariots. Thinking like the lion chariot and things like that.
Blood feast, not that big of a deal. Well, it gives you frenzy. Okay, so these all go up by 1.
Yeah, if it was the weapon that gave you your strength 5, that would be something. If it was the axe.
All friendly units. Yeah, but the frenzy is what's making it. So that brings us up to 4 strength 5.
I understand.
Yeah.
But they're all strength. The other ones are all strength 4.
Yeah. 2,
And
3, 4.
you got to be careful because you're going to go if you win, you're going to go running off in potentially the wrong direction.
I don't know. The thing's going to hurt something really bad though. If it's unarmed, if it's lightly armored.
If it's lightly armored and low to medium toughness,
so it's a mixed use.
I'm still not feeling it compared to the Crushers. I'm sorry. Brings us to the Blood Chariot, 330 points, 0-1 per army, 0-2 through monotheistic army. It's a chariot, strength 5, toughness 5, 4 wounds, so same there. It's got 2 slaughterers, and it's got 1 crusher. Mounts protection is 6, and 8 defense, so 3 up again. Can take onslaught if it's a monotheist army. It's altar of blood. It's got here's our brass cannon.
It's still doing this crap.
Yeah, I know. It's annoying. Demonic special abilities. Demonic instability. I meant to say. Otherworldly special rules. Daemon of Wrath. Magic MR1. Impact hits +1. Causes fear. Fear is always nice. Blood sword again. Special rules. Daemon of Wrath for the Crusher. Okay. The brass cannon. I thought they had like 2. I guess I didn't look at this army since last. They had like 2 options at one point. Oh, they split it up into 2 different units. Is what they've done. Yeah. The cannon, artillery weapon with range of 48, strength 310, multiple wounds, D3 +1 clipped wings, flaming attack. Oh, it's flaming. Flaming attacks. If the Blood Chariot only pivots and moves no further, it does not suffer moving and shooting to hit modifier.
Okay. So it's a standard cannon. So
it's a cannon on a chariot.
That moves 7.
Yes, and it costs what? 330.
330.
So
it's actually pretty nice.
It's compared to the other one. This is very nice.
Yes,
this is good. The other one, I think the other one was.
Yeah, I like this one a lot, and I see a lot of these.
Yeah, why wouldn't
you? Yeah.
You're shooting, and when they get too close, you hurt them bad.
Yep. Brings us to special. We have Furies. 140 points for 5. Can add 10 more for 24 points a model, which you won't. You can 0 to 3 units per army, which you'll do. Movement 4 on the ground, flies 10. Only weapon skill 3.
10 flyers, yes.
Strength 4 though, toughness 3, 1 wound, 4 initiative.
4 initiative
fast,
is a big deal.
1 attack each. Leadership 2. So if they lose a combat, they're popping. Demonic instability, otherworldly, demon of choose your god. They're all free.
Oh, they get it all for free. That's nice.
They fly 10. They're skirmishers.
I love all of the.
I love the cheap flyers.
All
like
the infantry flyers that are fast.
Yep.
These are like the harpy equivalent, but they have a higher strength, 1 less attack.
Yep.
Yeah, I love this unit. I love
like
this
them a lot.
I don't know why you wouldn't have maximized these.
Yep. They're good.
Brings us to the Dark God's Might, which is the big category, maximum of 40. And then we have the Daemon Engine, 480 points, 0-1 units per army. Movement is 8, weapon skills only 3, ballistic skills 4, strength 6, toughness 6, 7 wounds.
Yep.
3 initiative only, 4 attacks. Oh, this is basically the old, what do you call it?
Hell
Stupid.
cannon.
Oh, is it the hell cannon? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking the other thing. The claw.
Oh.
4 attacks, leadership 7, innate defense
4.
4. Sorry, I was just thinking of something else. It's got paired weapons. Oh, so it gets an extra initiative and an extra attack. So it's got 5
Initiative.
strength 6 attacks and initiative 3. That's goofy. You should have seen the other thing. Otherworldly and instability. Choose your attack. It's got the crush attack. And changes only when you have to pay for. Okay. May take 1 artillery. Yeah, this is the other thing.
Oh, it is the claw thing, isn't it?
Yeah. The crawl. I can't remember the name of that old model. The model was hideous, but
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it.
yeah, like
It's a
something out
mechanical
like
monster.
the out of Toy Story with the boy who made crossed over all of his models. Hellish Reaper, 30 points. It's a volley gun, 2d6 artillery weapon with range 12, not shooting far at all. Strength 4,
No.
armor piercing 3.
Yeah, it's too short range.
It's too short range because
The armor person string 4 IP3 is fantastic, but range 12
yeah.
kinda hurts
So
that
you're probably
a lot.
going to shoot once and then you're trying to get in the
Well, you're
contact.
trying to hit Cav, and you don't want to be within 12 of Cav because they're going to hit you.
Yeah. Brings us to the Hellish Bombard, 120 points. Ooh, baby. Catapult 4 artillery weapon with up to 60. Strength is 3, 7. Multiple wounds, D3 clipped wings. Yeah, it's
Standard catapult.
standard catapult.
Yep.
Hellish Breath, 60 points. Flamethrower artillery weapon. This is what we're talking about. Range 8. Strength 5. Flaming attacks. Ignore the -1 modifier on the misfire table.
Okay.
That's nice. You don't have to worry about the blow up thing so much.
Dead short range, though.
It is. The Hellish Bolt, 60 points. Bolt thrower artillery weapon with range of 48. Strength is 6. Multi wounds D3. Armor piercing 6. That's probably
It's a standard bolt thrower.
probably your chosen option.
The bolt thrower? Yeah, I like that.
if-
I don't know. It's cheaper.
If you're do you have to take a shooting weapon or is it an option?
May take.
Go back up to the stats. What was it? It was 5 strength. Yeah, 5 strength, 6
strength,
attacks
6 attacks.
with a
Initiative of 4.
D6 stomp. Initiative 4. It's a monster, so
It's a big monster. I don't know whether you want the
I don't know.
pay for. I mean, I guess you could pay. It's only 30 points for this and only 60 for these. I guess maybe you do. With your ballistic skill is your
4?
ballistic starts at 4.
Yeah,
Your moving doesn't really hurt you as bad.
yeah.
You've got 1 better ballistic skill than most war machines, so now your moving doesn't pay. Oh, okay, that's better.
It's better. It's just
Do you want to stack another
you want
120 points on it?
something that should be fighting.
Right. I guess it gives it something to do the first 2 rounds while it gets there.
Well, you can't march and shoot, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I scroll back up again. How many points the base one? 480.
Well, it's a toughness 6 4 wound, toughness 6 7 wound monster
480.
with
Yeah.
5 up ward built into it.
Yeah, with 5 attacks. It's
Yeah,
it's a solid
It's
monster.
not bad.
It's a solid monster.
It really is.
It's not a great monster, but it's a solid monster.
Right.
I don't think you bother the shooting though.
No, I don't think so either.
There are other shooting options as items and stuff that you'd rather have.
And that was it.
And that was it.
So overall, what do you think?
Well, this is army is probably going to get changed more than any other army in the game with the rewrite.
I agree with you there.
To me, there's insufficient incentive to go with the monotheistic armies.
That seems to be. There's a lot of combinations here. Demon's Wrath +1 strength during first round of combat. That makes a big difference.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of many of the Lust units, except for those, those larger, fast guys.
Right.
In comparison, since you can take your choices, it still seems to be about the pestilence and the wrath combinations for your monstrous guys generally, and your regular core guys. The change stuff, most of that I wouldn't take. You might take the little units if you want some shooting, I suppose.
Right.
Not sure that's worth it, because all your characters pretty much come with magic, so going with the conclave stuff and
right, you're not going to do that.
There's no point in doing that.
I don't think, at least.
Yeah, so I think this army has some serious internal, more than a lot that I've seen, internal balance issues still, which was a problem before. But I think as far as a mixed army, with a focus on combination of wrath and pestilence, with a couple of those fast lust guys. Of course, you also have the furies that go fast too.
Yeah.
To put some pressure on guys, I think you can make some.
Got a lot of fast-moving stuff in this list.
Yeah. I think you could make some decent armies. I just think there's a lot of options in here that I just don't see why you would take them.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, I don't see this army played a lot.
Yeah.
When I do, it's typically the blood, whatever the guy is, the Scourge of Wrath, and a bunch of things to support it.
Right.
I don't see it played a ton, so, and I don't know, anyway, I don't know whether it's been looked at closely enough to figure out what the builds are for this.
I can see some builds, like you said, I think around Wrath and around Pestilence with some support elements. I think you're better off mixing them. But and I think you can have, a pretty hard hitting, and a lot of the models aren't very tough, but having the ability, not the demonic instability, you're never going to run away.
Right.
So you have to be careful about the size. I think you can actually do MSU with a number of them because of the higher initiative on some of the guys. I think you can have an interesting strategy with MSU guys, and then the heavier stuff just smacking people around, and you got some and the big monstrous characters. So I say that I think you can do a couple of effective builds with this. I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You can. It's.
I think you'd have fun with it too.
I think it has a lot of options.
Yeah.
A ton of options in this list.
Yeah.
On things to do, and I really have no clue what they're going to do what we've heard is they're going to the 7 aspects instead.
Yeah, because 4 was
four.
already so well balanced.
Yes, they're already having enough trouble balancing 4. Now they're going to try 7, which kind of scares me. But
scares me too. But
anyway, so I think it's a decent army. I think it's got, like you said, it's got some internal things they need to work out. But I really, the 5-up board save across the board is really nice for the army.
And basically, the demonic instability. You're basically, stubborn with,
correct,
a chance to lose some more guys.
You can count on that unit being there.
Correct, as long as it's not too small.
Correct.
No, I mean, I think you can make a good army with this. I think it's underrepresented.
Right.
I think it has the same problem as the Warriors of Dark Gods. People were used to playing it a certain way, and those builds have been nerfed. But there's other options that, to me, can be quite interesting and quite powerful.
Yeah, looks like it.
It just has an internal balance. It's got a serious. I think it's just got the worst internal balance army of internal
Of the
balance
ones we've talked about so
of,
far,
of
at least.
any of the armies.
Right.
But there's still some solid monstrous cav slash monstrous beast options in this army, which are very scary. Or I won't say very scary. They're scary.
They are.
And there's in that those wrath infantry guys, as core guys, the way they use core strength 5.
Yeah, core strength 5 on
Nothing
the charge.
to be afraid of there. Yeah,
With high initiative, and I mean initiative 4.
Yeah, just throw in some good magic, and then throw in the some of those movement 10 guys, so you can put the immediate pressure on guys.
Right. And I'm seeing a lot of these guys, these core guys here, the what they call the slaughterers or whatever they are.
Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of slaughterers with their movement 6 getting bumped with that +1 movement banner, because they can do the veteran standard bearer.
right.
And now this unit's really fast moving and on you quick.
Yeah, no, it's really between the slaughterers, depending which direction you want to go in, or the tallymen.
Yeah, if you want a hammer or you want the anvil,
Right.
take your pick.
How do you want to use your guys? So I think, these two, the other two, I think are substandard.
Yeah, the other two are tough to. Yeah, strength 3 AP. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. So it's just not enough. And here, this is basically an archer unit.
Right. It is. So anyway, but I think like I said, overall, I think it's a decent army list. It needs work, but as it is, it can hold up. It needs a little bit of help. I'm kind of slightly thumbs up with this one, kind of in the middle with this one.
I'm thumbs up, and then I think you have a couple of options that you can make really good armies. I won't say it's a top 3 army. It's not,
No.
but I think it's above the 50% line.
Do you think so?
Yeah, just because all the monstrous stuff, and I think monstrous is such a big deal right now in the game.
The monstrous infantry,
Yeah.
monstrous calves.
And then when you have to take infantry that have base strength 5 guys,
Right. Yeah, that's true.
those are big deals, and
They are.
the characters are a little more fragile than some of the other characters because you can't armor too many of them up.
Right.
And the powerful ones are on bigger bases, so they won't be in units. But they're not terribly priced. Yeah, I think you can do some I think you can actually do quite well with this army. I mean, you can really think about what your synergy is, what you're trying to do.
Correct.
That's pick a direction. Because
Yes.
if you sprinkle a little bit here and there, it's not going to be good at anything. And you got these specialists everywhere,
Right.
and you have to and matchup specifics don't work well in this game just because your movement's not great enough to be able to fly all over the place. But yeah, I think you can make a really good army with this book. It's just there's a lot of units in here. Which 8th edition had the same problem, that just aren't any good.
Correct. There's so many units in this.
Yeah.
It's hard for them all to be good,
Yeah.
but it's what it is.
Well, they don't have to be good. They have to be good for the points.
Right.
That's right. So
Correct.
some of these things are going, okay, it's got a whole bunch of strength 3 and strength 4 attacks. Like, okay.
Those are not. They don't do anything in the game.
They
as
don't
it
do
is.
anything for like single piece
Right.
model or something. It's like you're just going to get your butt kicked. And your toughness, not good toughness either. So it's just neat. Those things need to be a heck of a lot cheaper, but I think you can do some really really good stuff with building around the monster stuff, and then the filling out your core with I prefer, I think, the wrath guys, but
Yeah.
it's just about putting pressure on the guys and shooting them up with your cannons. And
Yeah. I mean, they've got that. Those cannons are fantastic.
yes, they are.
So
They're still really good. And I said, in the crushers, I said they're not quite as good as the Warriors of Dark Gods ones because they're not quite as well protected, but they're still good. Those flies I like. The beast type of things, I like those.
Yep.
I think I prefer the flies
well, flying's a big deal.
because flying is a big deal and they hit slightly harder. I mean, the question, how many points do you have to use stuff? So
Right.
you're not going to be able to afford all the stuff. But I think you can go tough baseline with some hard hitters, or you can go, all attack and try to overwhelm with the army. So those are two builds I think and you can go fast. And with some fast pieces to the army's already somewhat quick unless you go with the pestilence stuff.
Right.
Then you add, and then if you get a couple of the fast lust guys in there, really put pressure on the flyers, you can.
Just to kind of hang around and support you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think and just going after things, movement 10. I mean, 20, boom, you're ready to charge on turn 2 without even the vanguard. So,
Correct.
It's like War Machine, you better have somebody in front of you, you're going to be gone. Yeah.
Yes. You don't need vanguard if you're moving 20.
Yeah, and I have high initiative. Even your chaff has to worry about attacking me because I'm going to go
Blow through
first.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
with a whole bunch of strength 4 attacks. So, yeah.
Not big strength, but there's a lot of them and they're going first.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right.
So I generally like the army. I just think it's got some serious internal balance problems.
Mm-hmm.
So I clearly think like half the units, I don't see why you would ever take them. But I'd say about a third of them are, if other armies would love to have those things in their books. So
Agreed.
yeah. So I think and I don't think this army, unlike some other armies, there's not like 2 things you have to take in every army. I mean, I see why you want to have the cannons, for example, and the juggers, but I can see you also saying, I don't want the juggers, I want the flies.
Right.
I don't need the cannon because I'm going to be putting so much pressure on the guys. I don't need to shoot.
I'm going to be on him quick. I'm not going to worry about shooting. Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Depends on how you want to build it.
That's
one of the things about this army is there's a lot of, looks like there's a lot of different ways to build
it. It has infinite combinations and a lot of them are bad, but but I think it's got some really good ones too. So yeah, I mean overall it's a thumbs up for the army. I think this army is underappreciated.
Yeah, I do as well. Anyway, all right. Well, that's going to do it for the Demon Legions. Demonic Legions?
The Matt Damon's Legions.
Matt Damon's Legions.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for sticking around and listening. And that'll do it.
Till next time.